Hello, everybody. I am Encoded Creations, and today we are going to see if I can code a Newtonian gravity simulation in 5 days. Will I be able to go from a very basic, I'm going to see if I can start from the a very basic gravity simulation, all white particles just barely functioning, to a fully playable gravity simulation with a camera you can even use to move around the map. Today is day one. Today, I want to basically just get gravity working. I don't want to have any controls, any tools. I just want to have gravity working between particles and I guess have different particle masses. I'm going to use Newtonian gravity, of course, as you probably saw in the video title. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a basic O(n) squared algorithm where I know there's more efficient ways where you can split the world into a grid and a bigger grid and smaller grid. And the further away objects are, it just checks the grid instead of an actual object. But I don't want to overcomplicate the simulation with that principle, and I just want to make a basic gravity simulator that will be able to simulate like objects in space. And I don't want to have to, you know, I don't want to spend too much time making a grid and making this function and not have an actual like working game in the way or a simulator you can play around with. Because I want you to be able to spawn in particles. I want you to be able to move around with the camera and do all these things by the end of the day. Not the end of the day, by the end of the week. And if I spend too much time working on making the simulation more efficient, I won't be able to not like I won't be able to like make it a game at the end of the week. I might not have it play around. You'd have to mess with the code for it to change, and I don't want that, you know? So today we're going to start by making the basic O(n) squared algorithm and just getting gravity working. Okay, y'all, it's been like an hour or maybe two, but now I have my gravity simulation working. As you see, these particles have gravity, they're attracted to each other. Um, and hopefully we'll get these particles, for example, like the ones out here, to orbit the center mass. Right now, I have a very high restitution. I was messing around a little bit with that, trying to see what works best, because if you have a very low restitution, um, all the particles like clump together and there's not a lot of action, you know. But if it's very high restitution, they all bounce around everywhere. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot restitution. Oh my gosh, my cat just scratched me. It's okay, kitty. It'll be fine. Um, but I was trying to figure out which would be the best restitution, and I was thinking I might have particles with different restitutions. For example, some bouncier ones, some less bouncy ones, and give them different colors based on how bouncy they are. Um, or I might just have the colors based on like heat or something, and like so the more collisions or like the more speed it has, the redder it gets or something. Not entirely sure how I'm going to do that yet, but that's what I have a plan to do. Um, and tomorrow, right? So this is day one. Tomorrow, my plan is to build, for example, like controls. Maybe have a menu. Maybe make use so the camera can move around. I'm thinking I'm going to make a menu just to make it easier to like leave the game. And then I'm thinking I'm going to have a way for the camera to move around the like world. And then I change the default like start of the world to be in the center because right now we're at the top edge corner. If you didn't notice, the particles bounced off the top and they bounce off this edge too because there's a polygon right here. So I'm going to make it so you can move around the world. Um, and if you notice, these two particles are orbiting right now. So my gravity simulation does work. Tomorrow I'm going to like add a player controller maybe or whatever, you know, or not really a player controller, it'd be like a camera you can move around with. And I'm excited for what is to come. Oh my gosh. Why does it have to be so jittery? Okay. So today is day two. Um, Today my plan is to add camera movement. But so one thing is that you see it's very jittery right now. It seems very slow, but it's faster than this. I promise you. It's just slow right now because I'm taking a screen recording. It's because I'm recording my screen. It like lags the whole device. I'm not sure why, but it does. So right now, it might seem like it's going slower than it actually normally goes or should go. I'll see if I can fix that somehow. But today our plan is to get camera movement, and depending on how much time I have left, I might also try to add a menu, like I did in my previous game, in my previous video. Try to add a menu. So that's the plan today. First, I'm going to add camera movement, then I'm going to try to add a menu, and I want to see how that goes, I guess, because camera movement will allow you to like look around and see other areas of the world, and the menu will allow you to escape and enter the game. So that's our plan for today. It's been a while, guys, but finally I have the camera working. Um, Again, the simulation will probably be slow if I have the recording on. I added more particles and everything, but oh my gosh, this is so slow. It's so jittery. Wait, okay. I'm going to reduce the amount of particles just for you guys because my computer does not like to do this while it's recording its screen for some reason. Right now we have a reduced amount of particles. I also made it so the particles when they start have like a random speed. I'm not sure if you can see it. Oh my gosh, it's so jittery. But we can zoom in. We can move around with the camera. Why is it so jittery? I hate this. I gotta figure out some other way to record the screen, y'all. Anyways, this uh you can zoom out a little bit so we can see the whole world or mostly the whole world. There's still some up here and some down here. But I'm gonna try to find a more efficient screen recording software because this is not working right now. As you notice, all the particles kind of like converge to the center if they'd be so kind to. And they kind of will get near each other and form a like a star or like a clump here in the middle. They get to it. See, those two are gonna collide maybe. No, they're just gonna zoom by each other and be affected by each other's gravitational pull. And so will these two. Kind of be slowed down as they start moving away, and all the other particles are gonna slowly like be attracted to the center because that's where the average of all the particles are. So they all slowly like converge to the center. Um, Take a look up here. Take a look down here. Look at that. It's like a tiny star. Like a tiny star. like a tiny planet. You can see that like clump particles right here, and these other particles are kind of like orbiting it. Um, that's gonna keep clumping together. It's gonna do all that. But you can see the gravity simulation works. I'm just gonna end the screen recording right away. This is day two. I feel like this is progress for day two. The fact that we got to move around and stuff, so that's good. And I'll see you all tomorrow. So, the recording may not have captured my audio, and I kind of forgot what I said. But the point was, it's day three, and I wanted to add the ability to add and remove particles. But first of all, I wanted to add different particle color. So today in day three, my goal, or yeah, my goal, I guess you could say, is to add multiple particle color. So particles have multiple different colors, and that's what I worked on today on day three. Hello, everybody. We're back with our gravity simulation. I have added color finally. And I put all the particles up here in the top corner just so it'd be easier to see them with color. And yes, I am very aware that it looks very slow right now. And it kind of is. My computer is slow. First of all, my computer's slow. Only 8 gigabytes of RAM. Very slow. I could have used a better gravity system. I know that. But also, whenever I record the screen, it just slows down performance. I don't know why. I don't know what the screen recording is doing to slow down performance. It just is, which is rather annoying. But well, I don't know. What can we do? Right here, you can see all the particles, and yes, the particles do sometimes. It's actually kind of funny, like go out on the edge right there. But we don't talk about that. But the particles do clump together. So the closer they are clumped together, like density will make them red, and also their speed. So their speed and density determine their color. So their speed divided by 200 plus the density divided by 200 clamps between 0 and 1 is what we use to interpolate between blue and red. So that is how I determine my color between blue and red. That's what's used to determine it. So the denser it is, the redder it'll become, and also the faster it is. So a very speedy particle on the edge of the world or whatever might be really red if it's going super fast, but also if it's in the middle of a giant cluster or clump of stuff. So that's how I use to determine my color. Uh, as we wait for them to start clumping together, I put them all in the top corner so they'll clump together quicker. I'm pretty sure they're also like dispersing around the whole world because they like bounced off the edges up here and are now dispersing around the world. Um, Tomorrow, I think I'm going to add the ability to add or remove particles, and the next day, I guess a menu or whatever. Um, just, we're gonna wait honestly because I want to show you guys the red color, and I know it can be a bit annoying having to wait. I'm probably gonna, like I said, fast forward or cut to the other part like I did yesterday. Look at this, guys. It's red in the center. You can't tell me you don't see that difference. Look at that difference. It's clumping up. It's forming a type of star or whatever. Not really a star. It's forming a mass. The particles are now clumping together. Look at that, and look at how beautiful that looks. this might like be the image of the thumbnail. And I'm just like scoot out just a little bit. Look at that. This is perfect thumbnail image. It's like galaxy, pinkish, purplish. It's these center ones are gonna get more density just because there's more particles near to them. Oh, those, yes. So beautiful, guys. Beautiful simulation. This is day 3. This is what we've done today. I am personally very excited about it. Not really though. I was hoping for it to be greater than it is, but it's not. So it's disappointing and sad. However, it's better than it could be, I guess. So, like, it could be worse than this, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be worse than this. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna have tomorrow, what's gonna be happening tomorrow, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Today is day 4. So, 2 more days. Tomorrow, my plan, I guess, is to do the menu and, you know, so you can exit and open the simulation again. Today, however, our plan is to what I want to do first of all is change the particles so they behave differently if they're cold or hot. Like if they're cold, they'd be like more sticky, kind of like a solid, and if they're hot, they'd be more like fluidy or like, you know, more bouncy in a way. So it behaves more like a fluid if it's hot, and it behaves more like a solid if it's cold. Um, you know, kind of like melting, kind of like lava. I also want to um what was I gonna say? Yeah, add the ability to add or remove particles, so we don't have to like do it. Like, I don't know how. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it. Maybe also pause and play the simulation with spacebar. Like add controls, interactive, so you can add particles, you can remove particles, you can add uh like you can pause, play simulation. I also want to add like you know the different behavior depending on temperature. So that's what I'm working on today. Tomorrow, I want to like finish the thing, make it a menu. I might have to work on some of the stuff I'm working on today tomorrow. Depends on how difficult it is to implement these things. The gravity simulation is turning out very nice though. Like I said, the screen recording really makes it slower than it actually is. And my new Windows update that I just got also made my computer slower. I probably only have like 1 GB of RAM available on this stupid piece of junk. So, anyways, that's day 4. That's what we're doing today. Hey, everybody. Um, it's been a little bit. I've been working, but if you notice, there's no particles. I zoom out. You can see the world edges. You might be asking where the particles go. Well, you can now add particles. Done. I zoomed in very much. I made the whole screen particleized. Oh shoot. The simulation is slow. Trust me, guys. It's normally faster than this. It's not crazy fast, but a lot faster than this. But the stupid screen recording is making this slower than a snail. Look at that speed. Look at that speed. It's even not even detecting my mouse on the right spot. What is this, guys? Oh my gosh. I promise you it's quicker. I'm gonna need to get proof that it's quicker. I'm going to have to like show it the very first thing. But we can now add particles. You can now remove particles. I didn't add player pausing, but I'm decided I'm going to integrate that with the menu. So tomorrow we're going to make the menu and play and pause. And if this video can get 1,000 views and get me 10 subscribers within a month, I will improve the simulation. I'll make another video. If this video can get me 1,000 views and 10 subscribers within a month, and before any other video gets me 1,000 views and 10 subscribers, like if another video does that before this one, then game's over. Like if this video gets me 1,000 views and 10 subscribers within the month before any other video does, I will make a second video about the gravity simulation, improving it. I will be like, hey, this is my gravity simulation, and we're going to improve it. We're going to optimize it. We're going to add, I don't know. And I promise you, I will get you proof that it's faster than it seems on the screen recording. I promise you it's faster. I promise you it's faster. But this is day 4, and tomorrow we will finish our gravity simulation. Hello, everybody. Today is day 5, the last day of the challenge. Today, the plan is to make the menu so we can go into and exit the game and to make a pause, whatever. And I'm probably going to borrow it from my previous game, do a similar thing to how I did the menu. I could probably just copy it. To be honest, I could probably just copy it. I most definitely could just copy this, actually. So we need paused. We need to add paused, right? Running. Oh. So the plan is to borrow it from this game, my previous game, and put it into the gravity simulation. That's what we're doing today, to be honest. Probably not too much work, and I'll see if it works out. See y'all later. Instead of just telling you what I did today, because I mean, I just did the menu, you've seen it before. I'm just going to demonstrate it. I'm going to time lapse like 30 minutes, maybe more like 20, 25 minutes of the simulation at times 16 speed for you guys just to see its greatness. So, yeah, enjoy. Thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, I love you so very much. And enjoy the rest of your day. May God bless you.